Doctors estimate 960 Nebraskans will be affected by colon cancer this year alone. It's a staggering number that just keeps going up.
This month marks colorectal cancer awareness, and we're highlighting a Nebraska family's story of survival. It's quite the story, and Channel 8's Alexa Skineski has it for us. You'll only see it here on 8. Alexa?
Yeah, that's right, guys. Colon cancer is considered the second deadliest cancer and affects millions of people, including a family in Gretna. The journey that has changed their lives forever. It was love at first sight for Eric and Nikki Oliva, and that love quickly grew into a family of 4. But life has tested them over the last few years after some life-changing news. Eric started getting weird symptoms in 2017. He noticed more frequent bathroom breaks and blood in his stool.
I was losing enough blood every day that it was borderline anemic. I was just fatigued, just tired.
Eric was later diagnosed in February of 2018 with stage 3 colon cancer at the age of 32.
I lost it. I just broke down there in the exam room. It's like, no, there's no way. I'm too young.
Doctors found a tumor the size of a donut hole inside of his large intestine, something doctors say takes 5 to 10 years to get to that size. And to make matters worse, the cancer spread to his lymph nodes, and Eric had to undergo chemo.
Just finding out, like, now I have to do chemo, and now this whole thing goes on for another 6 months. You know, the reality of that was really hitting me. It was like, does that mean I could die?
And then the unthinkable happened. Nikki started noticing some odd changes in her stool, but thought it was just symptoms of stress from Eric's treatments. She was later diagnosed with colorectal cancer at the age of 36, just 3 months after Eric's diagnosis.
How do you try to take care of somebody when they're going through it, and then you have to try to fight too? And we have
2 little boys.
We have 2 little boys at home. How are we going to survive this? You know, it's hard enough being a caretaker for someone that's going through cancer, but then you're trying to just make it through yourself too, and it was tough.
The cancer also spread to her lymph nodes, where she went through both chemo and radiation, 28 treatments, 5 days a week at CHI Health, St. Elizabeth.
It was like being a walking zombie.
Yeah. All while I'm still going through
he's
chemo.
Going through his chemo.
Every 2 weeks.
Trying to take care of each other, cheer each other on,
well, we
take
couldn't.
care of kids.
After endless appointments and checkups, Eric and Nikki are considered survivors. Both 3 years cancer-free, but not without lasting effects. Nikki can no longer have children. Chemo and radiation took that opportunity away. But that's not stopping the Olivas from growing their family. Currently, they're foster parents and hope to adopt in the coming years. They wanted to share their own experience in hopes people won't ignore the signs and to seek treatment before it's too late.
If you think a colonoscopy is this horrible thing, like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, well, chemo's worse.
Yeah.
The surgery is worse. The recovery. No, none of it's worth it.
Nobody wants to have a colonoscopy. It's not fun,
No.
but it saves lives.
Now, I want to add, Eric had no history of colon cancer in his family. Nikki's grandmother passed away from colon cancer at the age of 68, but genetic testing results showed she had a very low chance of ever getting it. And by the way, today is Nikki's 40th birthday. Nikki, if you're watching this, I hope you have the best birthday ever.
Happy birthday, Nikki, and thank the whole family there for sharing their story with you, Alexa, and thank you for the report. Doctors, used to recommend getting a colonoscopy at the age of 50, but now that's been moved to 45.
And even earlier if you have a family history of it. CHI Health says it can be preventable and treatable if you catch it early enough. That's why doctors are pushing for more screening at the right age. Symptoms of colon cancer can be very vague and similar to other things, but pay attention to change in your bowel habits, blood in your stool, or unusual cramping. They say you have to listen to your gut, literally.
Part of my job is helping people advocate for themselves and be persistent. If you're having symptoms, talk to your doctor. Don't just ignore them or push it off as something. If nothing else, you work it up and rule out bad things. That's the hope.
Health St. Elizabeth has a whole team of people from screenings to support groups to help a patient every step of the way.